Neutral Zone Infraction / That Mediocre Sports Show in your living room or bathroom, wherever you watch it.
Well, that's weird to think. That's I don't want to think about that. In your living room. Or in your at work.
What if we have a girl that watches? She could watch it in her tub.
It's like at work. They're watching it at work on break.
Don't watch it at work. Probably should listen to it at work. You could listen to us. You don't have to.
That's true. You really don't have to see us.
To be honest with it.
A lot of people don't want to hear us either. It's ask the people at
I think
work.
it'd be better off just to hear us.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, that's your choice. Today's topic, Randy, you came up with it, so...
So these videos will probably be short because they're only going to take each division only has 14.
We don't do anything short.
It'll be shorter than 34 minutes.
Yeah, that was a bit long. And I applaud anybody that watched that video.
That's true. Anybody that sat through
what?
34 minutes of LeBron changing the landscape.
Yay me.
Yeah, yay me. I sat through it too. But I had to make sure all the audio worked. And it did. So anybody who did sit through it.
That's why you make twice as much as I do.
Yep, twice as much as zero. Sweet.
Okay, so, topic.
We are going to do, and we're going to go division by division, our favorite team from every NFL team and our least favorite player. Our favorite player from each team and our least favorite player in history. Not currently, although they might be current. But we're just going to go through every division, so each division, every video will be its own division. So there'll be 8 of these things at some point. I don't know if we'll get through all 8 today, but we will get through probably quite a few.
Oh, no, all the 8 divisions?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, well, name the first team. It's got to be Denver.
Yeah, well, we're going to start in the AFC West, so we're going Denver. So, favorite player of all time, for him, I'm picking Bobby Humphrey.
I wouldn't even let Bobby Humphrey serve water. John Elway is my favorite. Oh, did you say least favorite?
No, favorite.
Favorite would be John Elway, obviously.
Well, yeah, it's a great pick. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Now, my favorite player of all time for the Denver Broncos would be Steve Atwater, the smiling assassin. The fact is, the Okoye hit is still one of my favorite hits of all time. In any sport ever, Okoye getting smashed by Atwater is still one of the greatest hits of all time.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Okay. Least favorite?
Least favorite. Now, there's a couple guys here that could take that title, but both of them actually never really ever played it down for us, but they were officially signed by us, so I'm going Maurice Clarett. The guy I hated him at Ohio State. Then we signed him here because Shanahan thought he could reform him. And I think we wasted a draft pick on him. But yeah, it'd be Maurice Clarett.
Oh, that's tough. Least favorite. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, Ted Gregory wasn't exactly a favorite of anybody's because, of course,
but he doesn't make me angry.
He made me angry.
Did he?
Wasting a first-round pick on that guy. And then he comes in, he's only 5'9". He's shorter than Dan Reeves.
He made Dan Reeves feel tall.
Oh, yeah, he made Dan Reeves. It's like, wow, I'm taller than my defensive end or tackle or whatever Gregory was supposed to. I guess he just really wanted another small defensive tackle like Cragen.
You know what? I'm going Bob Lilly. Not Bob Lilly. Tony Lilly.
Tony Lilly.
First of all, the name, Lilly, I don't think that... Well, Bob Lilly was a great name, but he was a great player. I just have visions of number 22 chasing everybody in that Super Bowl.
Oh, that was so bad. Every time you saw somebody running away, it's usually Timmy Smith. He's running away. Tony Lilly is the guy chasing him, and it's just like, Lilly, you didn't catch anybody in that Super Bowl. All you did was chase.
And he might have been a good player. I don't know.
No, Tony Lilly was an average player at best. I mean, I think he played here 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, probably end up on the Ring of Fame. Sorry.
Don't look at me. I'm not putting him in. I'd put Bobby Humphrey in before Tony Lilly.
Anyway, I really can't think of anybody that I would really... But the Maurice Clarett one is good because he screwed up his... To me, he had all this opportunity, and he blew it. I mean, to give away your God-given talent.
Well, and another one that's kind of frustrating, Dale Carter.
Yeah.
Dale Carter was frustrating. He was a superstar in Kansas City, and then he got to us, and he was... he got all that money, and it's like he gave up. He almost pulled a Hainsworth. Give me a lot of money, and I'm not going to do anything. The funny part was Cyron was actually good friends with Dale Carter when he was here.
Cyron would be one of my top players, too.
Yeah, Cyron would be one of my favorites.
Google Cyron.
Cyron Brown. Okay, so next team. Let's just move down to the Kansas City Chiefs. Favorite player of all time, Kansas City Chief.
Okay, off the top of my head, it's kind of funny, but I almost have two. But Neil Smith or Derek Thomas. Either one.
You know, oddly enough, who my favorite player is? Christian Okoye. That is, oddly enough, my favorite. Even when Atwater smashed him, that was awesome. But I did like the fact that Okoye ran over other people all the time.
Wasn't it? No, that was somebody else. Never mind.
So, yeah, I mean, Christian Okoye is my favorite Kansas City Chief of all time.
The Nigerian?
He was awesome. He really was awesome, but it's still fun to watch Atwater smash him and knock him backwards and kind of take a little bit out of him.
Well, he did. He took his career out of him because
he did, because after that he was never the same.
Not the same. You know, at least it's hard to do a least favorite because I am from Kansas and Abilene, Kansas. There's nothing there about me. You would not see a plaque or anything.
just the sign that says he's gone
or Sean fell here.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even go back to old school. You know, I'm gonna go like a Bill Kenny. He was a quarterback from my era, and he just didn't light anything on fire, and I just don't see a hole. I remember his name, and I know that sounds like a kind of lame on my part, but again, a player I dislike. Randy will tell you I'm not a person that dislikes a lot of people.
This is true. He doesn't.
So it's kind of hard for me to say, God.
It's easy for me, but.
Okay. Yeah. Well, but and I'm thinking.
Well, no, and I've got like 3 or 4 guys. I'm trying to decide between the 3 or 4.
I've decided on my player.
Who is your player?
Joe Montana.
He was one I was thinking of.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
No. That's not the one I'm picking though.
Oh, okay.
So you can keep your Joe Montana.
I'll just take Joe Montana. You know, you went there, you took him to the AFC Championship game, but, you know, you fell short, and we were promised so much.
Yeah, you
dick.
Awesome, mediocre quarterback, you.
Sorry.
My least favorite?
Oh, can I guess?
Go for it.
Marcus Allen.
Nope, Troy Gonzalez.
Oh, Troy.
Or what was it? Tony. I'm sorry, Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez, because he used to destroy us. I despise Tony Gonzalez. I know he's a good guy, and but there was nobody that was ever a Denver Bronco that could cover him.
You know, it's an interesting play you're putting on this. Dislike. You know what? I see where you went with this. You're disliking people that tore us up.
Well, tore us up, or I just plain didn't I just didn't like. I mean, like with Maurice Claret, I just didn't like it. Period. But Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez, he just used to destroy us, and I just remember him every time it's like, can't you cover? It's a tight end. Put somebody on him a little bit faster.
But the important thing is this. We beat him in the important games.
We did, but still, he was so good in it. And also, I didn't like the fact, because Shannon Sharp is one of my favorite players, and I think Shannon Sharp is the best tight end of all time. But of course, Tony Gonzalez broke all of his records.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
so
there's 2 records.
That's another reason. That's another reason I don't like Tony Gonzalez.
There's two records that he'll never have.
The Super Bowl rings.
There you go.
He will not have 3 Super Bowl rings.
He will not have 1 Super Bowl ring.
No, that's true. He won't even get the 1.
So, who's your next team?
We're gonna go San Diego Chargers.
There's so many people to
Okay, now favorite. We start favorite. Your favorite San Diego Charger of all time. I actually have a few of these guys.
You know what? I do too. And they're not new school, but they're old school. It would be Leslie O'Neal, or Junior Seau was my favorite.
See, for me, it's either Dan Fouts.
I like Dan.
Dan Fouts to me was really good.
And he was.
Or Natron Means. Because I love Natron Means business. But I'd probably go Fouts, because when I was first watching football, he was one of those prolific quarterbacks, and I just like watching him play.
Did you ever see video of him on the sideline? I mean...
Oh, yeah, he was mean.
Oh, he was...
He would get right in your face.
How come you can't catch my ball? Oh, you flinched. How come you can't catch my ball? I'm going to run about. And the receiver would say something. He goes, well, you know what? You won't work on this team ever. And you screw it. Yeah. Oh, it was brutal. But as far as a player, wow, he was the He could throw that ball. He's a lost quarterback. You know what?
He is a lost quarterback. You don't hear him talked about like he should be.
No, because he's a Hall of Famer, but he sure slung that rock. Good one.
Yeah.
I like that. Least favorite? Oh, I know this one.
Oh, you think you do, huh? And I got two. And I'm trying to decide between which one. Now, one, I think you could probably almost guess.
I'm going to go with Stan Humphries as mine.
Well, that's a good one because he was just boring.
He was boring as hell.
He was boring as hell. I got two guys. Two guys in my head. One of them, Phyllis Rivers. The second one,
Phyllis Rivers.
Phyllis Rivers.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did it on purpose.
Wow.
And the other one, Junior Seau.
Wow.
Because, once again, Junior Seau used to destroy us. He was everywhere I didn't want him to be. Phillip Rivers is the same way. He is one of those guys that he is really accurate. He seems to play his better games, especially when he was going against Cutler. He would play his better games against us.
We could have picked Cutler as our least favorite.
Oh, that's true. We could have picked Cutler as our least favorite Bronco.
You know, they do honorable mention on Mojo.
That's true.
Honorable mention? Sorry about that, Mojo. Because I said their name. But I'm going to go Jay Cutler on any team he played on.
Yeah, any
honorable
team
mention.
he played. Honorable mention, Jay Cutler.
Why? Because you had all the talent in the world and you pissed it away.
You were terrible.
Okay, terrible. We did least favorite. Okay, move on. Next team.
Okay, that just leaves the Raiders. Now, favorite player for me, this is easy. Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was my favorite player. I've just never had a lot of like for any Raider, but Bo Jackson was one of those guys that was kind of transcendent. And now, with the show that we did on Marcus Allen, he kind of moved up the list just because you see what he accomplished, and he was really, really, really underrated for how good he was. But Bo Jackson was the guy, and he didn't play that long, but it was still Bo Jackson.
It's hard, but to pick a favorite, again, because I like, it's not that I like the Raiders, but I like what they were with the NFL.
Yeah.
Where they were, how they were. But I have a couple too. I mean, Lyle Alzado, Howie Long, defensive.
Oh, I never liked Howie Long.
Not because of what he did to us, but obviously.
I didn't like all the time he'd sit there and do this. You know, because his chin strap was too tight.
Yeah, but I pull my.
It used to annoy me so much. It's like, dude, stop it. Stop it.
Well, okay.
He just sacked Elway and he's doing that stupid. Stop it.
Well, so he did this. So, least favorite player of the Raiders?
Least favorite player? Oh, I was gonna say Al Davis, but now I'm going Howie Long.
I bet you were.
I don't like him. We already know how I feel about his stupid. Loosen the chin strap. Loosen it. Or tighten it so you can't talk.
You done?
Yes, maybe. I might have more evil things to say about him. Go for it. Least favorite Raider.
You know what? Least favorite Raider, Mark Wilson. Oh, my voice. Gee, I hope that don't happen again. Does that mean anything?
Mark Wilson. Well, you got to explain Mark Wilson. Why is Mark Wilson?
Again, he's like Bobby Humphries. He was the boring of boring. You are on the Raiders. The Raiders! Oh, I did that good. You're on the Raiders, and you're boring. You can't be boring as a Raider.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh, lately you can. I mean, look at Derek Carr. He's not very exciting.
No, but
Tim Brown wasn't exciting. He was boring.
But they play good.
That's true. He played really good,
Mark
but
Wilson didn't play good.
no, he didn't.
There you go.
There we go. That wraps up the AFC West. So what are your favorite and least favorite players? Leave them in the comments. And with all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.
Wait, there's a reason the Raiders were last.